everybody. We're gonna party like it's 1999. Pew, pew, pew. I hope everybody is having a fantabulous Thursday. Let me get you guys scooted in here a little bit. Let's get closer. Okay. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Comments are rolling in. There's all my people. Okay. Hi. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. Just a heads up, next week we won't be having a live because I will be in the world of Disney with my dad. I am super de-duper excited. So you guys will have to let me know if you want me to post the Disney stuff on this channel or if you want me to post it on my other channel. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, my other channel, FitFlavorFun Uncensored. That's where I post things that are not necessarily GLP-1 related. So let me know what you guys want to do. Okay, jumping right into the comments here. Howdy doodies. Strega. Getting the prize for being numero uno. Good job. Okay. Oh, wait. We got to go back to Satya. Purple rain. Purple rain. Hey there. Yay, Midgie's in the house. Do, 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 do. Hey, Lisa's here. Hey there. All right. You guys know the deal. Let me know. People are already putting it in the comments. If you would like to let me know where you're tuning in from, I would love to see it. Also, let me know what you're drinking. I am doing a mixture of sweet tea, unsweet tea, and water. Because I'm just extra like that, and I needed a little bit of sugar. So I was like, you know what? We're going to mix the sweet tea in here. We're going to pump it up. Pump the jam, pump the jam. And if you're wondering why my straw doesn't match my cup, it's because I dropped the cup and completely jacked up my straw. This is why I am so glad that when I saw that TikTok video where the girl was talking about how she had the glass straws, she was like, oh, I switched everything to glass. And then I went to go drink my drink and you know how sometimes like you'll like hit your tooth on it? Well, it broke and she swallowed a piece of glass, right? Freaked me out. I was like, done. I wrapped up all of my glass straws really well so they wouldn't, like bust up in the trash bag, threw them all away. Anyway, so now I have plastic straws, which is fine, right? Just got to keep them clean. Yeah, so I just totally busted up my straw, but thankfully it was not glass. So anyway, hello from Wisconsin. Barbara's in the house from Wisconsin. Hey there. I'm so glad that you're here. I have family in Wisconsin. Hey, Darlene from South Kakalaki. I'm so glad you're here. Look, we got another Lisa. No, it's the same Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, again. I knew she'd be early. I was going to be here for it. You're so cute. Yeah. Yeah, once I see that people are waiting, I hate to wait. Okay? Like, I hate it. Don't tell me there's going to be a live. Don't tell me there's going to be an exciting news, right? And then I'm like dying for it to start. I'm like, great. Now what am I going to do for 20 minutes? So if you're new here, I have a tendency to start a little bit early, but I also, stay on for a really long time because I understand that not everybody can make it. Hey, Margaret's in the house. Hello from Florida, Idaho, which is another name for Florida. I'll be there in Florida next week. I'm excited. Hey, from MD. Well, hello, Bev. Hello. Nicole Ray is here. Hey there. Barbara says, just scurry. Who's going to scurry? Where are we scurrying to? Speaking of scurrying, did you guys see the short that I made about GLP-1 patients who are ending up with scurvy? Okay. If you haven't watched that short, it's a very short one, right? It's like not even a minute long. Make sure you go watch that one and make sure you read the comments because we are having a blast in the comments. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I want everybody to go watch that video. Hey, Pam's here. Yes, I'm here. Well, hello. I'm so glad that you're here. Shelly's in the house. Happy Thursday. Happy day of Thurs. Nancy, he from Florida. Who he? Who he from Florida? Yay for you. Love Disney. Thank you, Kim. I love Disney as well. I have not been. I was supposed to go last year. We didn't end up going. But I have not been since I was extremely young. So super excited. Hey, Mary's here. Hey, Mary. I see all that work you're doing in that Zepbound group. I see you. See you over there trying to expose people. I think that's the same Mary. I'm pretty sure. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. I've just given you credit for somebody else's work, but I'm pretty sure it's this Mary. She was out there doing the Lord's work in the scammer group trying to warn people, and I love that. Love it. Side note, if you watched that video, I have the most epic update coming for you guys when it comes to the scammer video. I had quite a few people that were like, oh my gosh, I hope the scammer videos become a trend that you do on your channel. Have I got a doozy for you? Because not only did I just go to town on these scammers, but I've got one of them in my grasp right now in a chat conversation, and I'm going to expose the whole thing. It's going to be great. So make sure, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on that, because dealing with the scammers is pretty funny. Disney, yes. How have you been? Hey, Bev, I've been doing pretty good. It's been kind of crazy at work, but you got to pay the bills, right? Pay my telephone bills. If you did, then maybe we could chill. I look forward to retirement. Okay. Shelly's in the house. Good evening, all. Hello. Good evening. Yay. And all the peeps. Sold by Storm is here. Taking us by storm from North Kakalaki. In the house, we got some South Kakalaki, we got some North Kakalaki. We've also got some Nebraska. Heather, tuning in from Nebraska. Hello there. Shelly, doing it right in Michigan, drinking water. Does that make it more hydrating if it's water? As opposed to just water? Like water is hydrating, but water, that's like even more hydration. I love it. I love it, Shelly. I think you're onto something. I would love to do commercials and then just slip stuff in like that. Are you needing to stay hydrated? Are you not drinking enough water? Right? And then people would be like, did she just say water 3 times? That if I had a company, like a big, huge company, that's what I would do. I would mess with people. And the comments section would just be full of people going, did you just say water 3 times or was that a glitch? I love it. Hey, Nicole Ray, she's drinking coffee. Awesome. If I had coffee right now, I would be up all night, girlfriend. And also Nicole Ray tuning in from Cleveland. Excellent. Barbara, what's going on, Barbara? I did coffee with Biocare, now water H2O. Hey, I love that. I do coffee with my Biocare too. And if you're new here and you need a Biocare coupon, if you're looking for a protein shake, right, that's specifically designed for people on a GLP-1, I got you covered. Coupon code. I actually need to reorder so that it shows up while I'm on vacation. Because I'm about to be out of the chocolate caramel, and that's just not good because I need it with my coffee. Okay. Lisa, Tennessee here, and water with sugar-free lemonade packet. Love that. Love that. Lisa, you'll have to let me know if you've tried the Oath frosted lemonade clear protein. If you like lemonade, hands down the best. It is definitely in my top 3 as far as clear proteins go. So, hey, Francine's here. Hello from Orlando. Well, hello there. You are very near the Disney. Jeannie. I'm a genie in a bottle. I come from Houston, Texas. Drinking water. Hey there. Lisa said same with the glass straws. So done. Yeah. Yeah, that girl was talking about like how she ended up in the ER and like no. I have enough issues, right? With digesting food. I don't need by digesting glass. Thank you. I shall pass. I'm sure glass straw companies were like, no. When they saw that video and like how viral it went, they were like, oh, we got to start making different kinds of straws now. It's pretty funny. Satya says, from Oregon. All right. Going to try the Oath protein frosted lemonade. Oh my gosh, it's so good. By the way, if you're looking for like an assortment pack for Oath, they have one at Target now. So if you'd like to try like a couple of different flavors from Oath, they are doing a variety pack. I don't know if it's available online. It probably is, but I found it at Target. So definitely give it a try. That way, if you're not, fully committed to a whole bag, which I totally understand. I am all about a variety pack. I want to try all the flavors. Snowy tuning in from Massachusetts. Hey there. Hey, the downsized in the house. Hello, Christopher or Lorraine. I'm assuming Christopher. Hello. So glad you're here. Hope you guys are doing well. Sending you hugs. Love you guys. Midgie dialing in from New Mexico. Not the old Mexico, the new one. Great value strawberry kiwi electrolyte drink. Nice. Shenanery. Yes, we need to hydrate. Sold by storm. You're killing me. North Kakalaki. And drinking the tears of disappointing weight drop this week. Less than half a pound. Okay. Stormy, my friend. First of all, this is an epic description, okay? Second of all, half a pound or less than half a pound. If you lost weight, you are winning. Right? Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. I lost half a pound last week. Mind you, I just recently gained 20 pounds. Okay. I lost half a pound last week and I was so happy because it was something. And then next week, if I lose half a pound, that'll be a whole pound and we'll be well on our way. Right? Just, I love your comment. But don't forget, you're losing, you're winning. You're maintaining, you're winning. You're not gaining, you're winning. So don't forget. And don't get drunk on the tears of disappointment, okay? Hang in there. Hey, Deb's here from Las Vegas. Hey there, Pamela. Pamela Hayaduk. That's cool sounding. 2054. Pamela's in the future. That's awesome. Hey, Kim's in the house. Yes. What are we saying yes to? I need to know what I'm agreeing to before I agree to it. By the way, if you guys have questions, make sure you put a QQQ in the questions. If you've just entered, because holy cow, our numbers just doubled, tripled, make sure you hit that like button, okay? Because what that does is it tells the algorithm that people are enjoying this live, and it will push it out to them. But if you have questions, make sure you drop it down in the comments, because that's why we're here, right? Okay, Lori from Maine hit 100-pound milestone this week. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Week 49 of Tirzepatide. We're doing this thing. Yes, we are. You're doing phenomenal. Congratulations. See, that is a lot of hard work. That's a lot of hard work is what that is. So you're doing great. I love it. Mary said, "Oh my God, the pirate bit killed me. I laughed so darn hard." Listen, first of all, I want everybody to go watch that short because I had a lot of fun making it. Okay. I took a pair of pants, black pants, and I cut an eye patch so that I could have an eye patch and be a pirate just for you guys. So if you have not watched that short about GLP-1 patients getting scurvy, please go watch it. That's all I ask. Just go watch. It's like less than a minute. But I'm having a lot of fun in the comments. So, Mary, I'm so glad that you laughed. I feel sorry for anybody who just strolls upon that short just randomly, because they're going to be like, what is going on in this comment section? It's great. Hey, Judy's here. Hey there. From Louisville. You're going to Florida. Lucky you. Yes. Next week. What are you going to do while down there? I'm going to Disney with my dad. Super excited. We were supposed to go last year. I think I mentioned it last year, but we didn't end up going. So I'm super excited. Super excited. And you guys will have some fun Disney content, which will be great. Hey, Gwen's here. I didn't miss you this week. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Shelly, out walking now, was drinking water. Will be drinking more when I get back in. Great. Okay, Joanne, what you got going on, Joanne from Vegas? I'm sipping on my watermelon LMNT electrolytes. Nice. I'm a big fan of watermelon. Speaking of fruity flavors, for my favorites this week, I have a drink option for you guys. So I came across these in the grocery store, and I was like, clearly I am not the intended audience for this drink. It is a lightly carbonated protein drink. It's got 25 grams of protein. It's called Bucked Up, hence the deer on it. Again, clearly I am not the intended audience for this, but I should have been, because angry deer aside, look how angry he is. Angry deer aside, this banana pineapple, as you can see, I rated it 10 out of 10. It was fantastic. It was perfectly carbonated. And if you're somebody who likes banana flavored stuff, I put a little note to remind myself, this tastes like Laffy Taffy banana. Okay. You know how sometimes you get banana flavored stuff and it's just nasty and you're like, ew, who tasted this? That happens to me all the time. Very rarely is there something banana flavored that's actually good. That drink, that banana pineapple, so good. So good. It's like a pineapple and a banana were just kind of dancing together, doing a cha-cha, and then they fell over into a protein drink, and you're like, oh, this is delicious. Phenomenal. So I just want to throw that out there. That's one of my favorites for this week. And like I said, I just found it at the grocery store. It just in the protein snack area. So hopefully, if you're interested, you can find it. I got all the other flavors, so I'll be doing a review on those. Hey, Pamela says, my husband and I are going to Disney in May. 2 seniors going. That's awesome. I love that. Well, listen, I'll have a ton of tips and tricks, for us GLP people going to Disney. So make sure you tune in for those videos, because I'm super excited to be going. Hey, Candy's here. So good to see you. So good to see you too. I hit 64 pounds lost today. That's awesome. 6 months exactly, but it's really going slow and I'm starting to weight train. Okay, good. And it's super slow. Yeah, that happens. I'm getting aggravated and impatient. Yeah. You know, it's just part of the journey, right? There's going to be times where the weight loss is fast. And then as you work your way down, depending on how much you need to lose, right, it's going to slow down a lot. Honestly, where I'm at after losing 130 pounds and then gaining 20 back, I'm lucky if I lose like a quarter of a pound a week, right? Because our bodies are getting more toward the like normal range, right? And the closer you get to that, the more the weight loss shrinks down and becomes slower. And I think that's just the way it goes. But I know it's aggravating. Just remember, stay focused. Do not let it derail you and be consistent. Consistency is key. And don't forget that as you lose weight, you need to recalculate your calorie deficit. But Candy, I mean, you're doing awesome. You're doing fantastic. Hey, Liz is here from South Korea. Hey there. I'm in the waiting room to see my endocrinologist to get me my prescription renewed. I love that. I love that. You're at a doctor's appointment halfway across the world, and here we are hanging out. That's fantastic. Liz, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, hello, Vegas. Are you in Vegas? Hey, Lorianne says, don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. Kathy's from Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. Judy says retirement is great, but we get spam calls all day. It's like 12 to 15 every day. That's terrible. My thing is like, what was the point of making spam calling illegal, right? If there's nothing we can do about it, like there's no accountability. We're all just suffering. I got like maybe 4 or 5 spam calls today. Like it's just completely unnecessary. And who is taking those spam calls and then buying whatever the thing is? Because those people are ruining it for the rest of us. They would stop doing spam calls if people would stop buying whatever the thing is. Okay. Let me get off my soapbox. Sorry. Hey, Paula's here. Just checking in from work at lunch. Well, hey there. Well, where are you that it's lunchtime? Are you working late? Where you at? Hey, Yukon Jack. Hi there. I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget, guys, if you have questions, put QQQ, right? Or some question marks down there, and I'll be sure to grab your question. Mary says, yep, it's totally me. Hate scammers. Yeah, I thought I recognized you. Been taking some crap, but I put them in their place. I even had a couple of people PM to say thanks. By the way, Facebook denied taking page down when reported them. Yeah. Mary, you'll have to let me know when you reported them. Are you selecting that they're selling drugs when you go to report it, right? You don't report to admin, obviously. You report to Facebook, and then you have to select that they're selling drugs. And what I did is I went through the group, and every single time that one of those scammers, right, was selling, I got that comment and reported it to Facebook. So I'm hoping we can get it shut down, which is not going to do any good, right? Because they were advertising them today that they've got like 6 new groups that they're trying to push all their people to. And you want to hear something crazy? I had responded to a lady that was about to get scammed in that group. And I messaged her and I was like, hey, just so you know, this is a scam. Don't do that. It's illegal. Please talk to your doctor. Do not get something off of Facebook because you're not going to get it. They're going to take your money. And she messaged me back and she was like, okay, thanks. And I was like, yeah, that the whole group is run by scammers. And she was like, Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really looking to buy anything, but I like the group because it's a big group. So you're gonna stay in a group that's literally run by scammers. This is the type of person that gets scammed, right? Anyway, I got more updates coming on that. Coming soon. Coming soon. Update video. Hey, Tammy's here, driving home from job coaching. Well, hey there, Tammy. Be careful on the road. Irina, I've been watching you silently and enjoying your tips. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I did comment once back in September, and you remember. I just started Sema from 171 to 133 as of this morning. That's fantastic. That's awesome. You're doing great. And thank you so much for commenting. And thank you for coming to the live. And thank you for watching along silently. That's also okay. I appreciate you. Hey, my bitter chickie. She's got an Alani new cherry bomb, cherry Coke dupe. Hey, you have to let us know. Is that good? Is it delicious? I don't know. I can't keep up with all the Alani flavors that come out. Hello. Okay. I have my water here in Wisconsin. Save those pennies. Retirement is awesome. Yeah, I think we all want to retire. What's the lemonade stuff? Is it expensive? So I was talking about the Oath, OATH. Oath is the name of the brand. It's the frosted lemonade clear protein powder, right? You just mix it with water. It is so good. And just for reference, I did a review video on this, but Nancy, just for reference, I don't like lemonade. And I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. So take that for what it is. Am Callie. I didn't get the notice. Darn you, YouTube. Glad I made it. Yeah, I'm glad you made it too. It is Christopher. Hanging out. Hey, hey, hey. Hey there. How you doing? Okay. Red mix of MD. Shed is a nightmare. I placed an NAD plus order on 212 and nothing. Shed tells me the issue is resolved. It's not. Evening of 224, I placed the same order with levers and it's coming tomorrow. Okay. So I would need more info to know what happened here. You placed an order on 212. Are you saying that's when you saw the doctor on 212 for your appointment? Because they don't just, like, if you set up with them, they don't just send you the med, right? You have to meet with the doctor. So could you clarify that for me? Because I haven't heard of any shipping delays or any issues. So yeah, let me know what you're talking about. Back to drinking my Pedialyte. Nicole Ray with the Pedialyte. It always sounds funny to me because I guess it was just like a few years ago that Pedialyte started making, electrolytes for adults, really. So it's always funny when I see somebody going, I really love Pedialyte. It just makes me laugh. But their electrolyte popsicles are bomb. So on a hot day, delicious. Hey, Pamela's from Jonesboro, Georgia. Pamela, would it surprise you to know that I used to live near Jonesboro, Georgia? Dun dun dun. It's a small world. Okay, been on Zepbound since 5/30/25. Retired 5/30/2025. That's awesome. Starting that health journey and starting the retirement journey. I love it. Hey, 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 from PA. Hey, Jillian. Okay. What is the best weight loss gulp? What do you mean? When I think gulp, I think like a big gulp, right? Which gas station is it that has the big gulp? Is that Circle K or is it 7-Eleven? Who's got the big gulp? Somebody help me out. That was like, it was the popular thing in like the 90s, early 2000s. What's the best weight loss gulp? Vegas, you're going to have to tell me what you mean. Hello, good evening. Hello. Camaro dust. Are you leaving them in the dust in your Camaro? Do you in fact own a Camaro? Because if not, I feel like your name is slightly misleading if you don't. So please let me know. And let me know what color it is. I do enjoy a Camaro. Hey, Cynthia's here. Hey there. Okay, can you explain the difference between the e-voucher and the Eli Lilly Living savings card? How do you get them? That is a good question. I'm not familiar with the e-voucher. I only know about the savings card. So, yeah, chalk it up. Let me know, is the e-voucher a new thing? Because the savings card is not really a card per se, right? It's an email that you get and it has a code, and I just went through all of this and it's a hot mess. So yeah, so let me know who has the e-voucher and what that is, because I'm not familiar with that. Great question. Hey, Venus is here. Hello. Hello. Callie, are you still on 12.5? Yes, I am. If so, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Since I made the video talking about gaining 20 pounds, yay. I've lost 4 pounds. So yeah, so I'm doing good. I've started up with some new stuff to see if it helps with the gains in the gym at the gun show. Anyway, so I've started a creatine, and I'm not usually a big fan of gummies, right? I've said before, a lot of times when you're doing like vitamins and things like that in a gummy, it can really degrade in the gummification process, if you will. So, I don't tend to do gummies, but for the life of me, I just could not do another powder. I was just like, I just need something different. I'm just going to give this a try. So this is the creatine, however you want to say it. This is the sour green apple. Don't be alarmed. It's not sour at all. It's actually delicious. And I'm utilizing these to help me with my workout. Now, if you are not doing a creatine supplement, please keep in mind that it may cause you to retain water. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. This is what it looks like. Oh, look how pretty, sparkly, delicious. Anyway, it's got great gummy texture. It's not one of those gummies that like sticks in your teeth. You guys know. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you know I hate that. And so far it's going really well. I don't know that I'm noticing a difference when I'm weightlifting, but I'd like to think there is. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm testing out right now. But yeah, everything's going great. And you guys know 12.5 is my jam, right? 12.5 Tirzepatide. We are thick as thieves because my constipation randomly goes away. So I'm tracking it on the calendar. It's like P. Like, yes, yes. You know, you never know how much you love a bowel movement until you can't have one, right? Am I right? Don't leave me hanging here. I can't be the only one. So I am always happy about that. So yeah, 12.5 and we are doing great. I plan on staying on 12.5 for some time. So yeah. Hey, Jennifer, Nebraska. Hello. She's here. She's saying congratulations to Irina. Cynthia's drinking water. Hey, Roxanne, how you doing? How you doing? Legally speaking, how are you doing? Okay. Roxanne, nobody else is going to know what I'm talking about, but you do. Okay. Sun shells. Kristen from Idaho, sipping on my LMNT raspberry salt. You guys are brave with the LMNOP because it's so salty. I can't do it. That they have some good flavors, but I just can't do it. Good to see your smiling face. Thank you. What we need to do is we need to have like a Zoom where everybody can get on. That would be a lot of fun. Okay, just Sherry. Now that they're coming out with the quick pen, do you think it's possible to split dose? Yes. Yeah. People in Europe and other countries who have quick pens, they've been doing it all this time. I'm hearing 60 clicks is a full dose. So you do 30 clicks and it would be a half dose. Thoughts? Well, I can't speak to the dosage part because I've never had a quick pen. I do plan to try, if I can, to get my hands on one. To see how that works so that I could give, better advice on that. But I do know that there are quite a few of our, GLP-1 community member friends from over the pond that have videos about that talk about the dosing and the clicks and how to do it. So I would highly recommend, doing your research, right? But yeah, I think people are going to be split dosing like crazy, right? Getting the bigger pens and then dosing down. I think it's all coming down the pike, right? I mean, other countries, they've already been doing it. So, okay. A bit of chickie. This DVC chick is going home to Disney in April. Nice. Love it. Tagglebutt. What is a tagglebutt? And I think that's a cat in your picture. Is that the name of your cat? Tagglebutt? In Chicago? I'm late. I'm catching up. That's okay. You got plenty of time. We're not going anywhere. We're here. We're here to hang out and have fun and take names and do weird things. That's what we do. Okay. Hey, Janet. Hey, Lynn's here. Lynn from Chicago. Down 69 pounds in 7 months. Nice. 50 more to go. You are doing fantastic. I love it. Love it. Everybody's got all these great updates for me this week. I'm feeling fantastic. Okay. Tess says, "Hi from Oklahoma." I like Oklahoma. I've been there. I'm 71, down 83 pounds in a year and a half. Nice. I go to water aerobics 2 times a week and walk daily. I love water aerobics. It's phenomenal. I love it. And I got to tell you, just being perfectly honest, with where I am located in the world, I am by far, I walk in there looking like a teenager to the seniors club, right? All the silver sneakers, they're all looking at me like, "What are you doing in this aerobics class?" Listen here, grandma. I love the water aerobics. That's fantastic. I love it. Okay. Kelly Faye says, "Listen to the live, drinking my water while making my famous barbecue beef for my son's college lacrosse buddies." Well, that's very sweet of you. Getting everybody over to barbecue beef. That's a protein. I'm bringing this meal to them Saturday morning. Let me tell you, those guys can eat. Oh, yeah. I believe you. But that's very sweet of you to be doing that. Hey, Madonna's here. East Tennessee. Glad to be here again. I love it. Hey, Jude. There you are. Was reading some of your comments earlier today. Okay. I cannot get out of my plateau. I've been since mid-December. I need to figure out how to track my food accurately. Okay. Well, there's a couple different ways to do it. What I recommend to just keep everything simple, right? Because if it's not simple for me, I'm not going to do it long term. I'm just being honest. My ADD kicks in and I'm like, oh, squirrel, right? And next thing I know, I'm off track. So get a food scale, weigh the food, and then whatever app you use, I like MyFitnessPal because I tend to eat things on rotate and it'll, and you can get very accurate with the measurements. Just weigh your food. And you don't have to do it forever, right? Some people, they get all bent out of shape and they're like, I'm not weighing my food. You don't have to do it forever, right? But if you do it for a couple of weeks, you're going to start to get the gist of, okay, so, like 5 ounces of meat is like the palm of my hand. And, like you can start to visually see and you start to put the weights together. So that's what I would recommend. And be careful if you're using some sort of fitness app, like an app that you're using to also track your exercise, because some of them will take those calories, right? And they're like, oh, you did lots of exercise, so you get extra calorie. Don't let it do any of those automatic settings because that will mess you up. I use MyFitnessPal, the free version. I do not put exercise into it. I don't track anything else in there, right? I do the rest of that on my Apple Watch. And then I just keep it strictly for tracking food because some of those apps are just out of control. There was a lady in one of the support groups today, and she was like, I'm doing everything right. I don't understand what the problem is. I'm weighing my food. I'm tracking my calories. I'm in a 500 calorie deficit. She had recently recalculated her deficit. She's like, I'm still not losing weight. And after talking to her for a little bit, we were able to figure out that it was the app that she was using. And effectively, every time she put in exercise, it was bumping up her calories. So she had more calories to eat, which is fine to a certain extent, except the app wasn't doing it correctly. And this is the problem you run into because it's not an exact science, right? It's all a guess. It's all an estimation. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that she's going to get back to me in a week and tell me, hey, it was the app. You were right. Because, I mean, assuming she's being truthful, which I always do, she was doing everything right. I think the app is screwing her up. So be careful about that. Hey, Tammy's in the house. Hello. Okay. Snowy says, what is your dosing plan for vacationing? I'm going to dose up before I go. And then I'll be fully dosed. I'm just kidding. So my shot day is Friday. And the way our travel plans have come out, I'll be getting back on a Saturday. So I'm going to take my dose tomorrow, which is Friday, just like I normally would. And then I'll just do the follow-up dose when I get back on Saturday. So it'll be, like a day late. No big deal. I really just didn't want to fuss with traveling with something, like they're having so many problems with airports and stuff. I was like, I do not want any issues. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Side note, just in case it pertains to your question, I have been doing once a week dosing. I'm not doing the split dosing right now. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Puerto Rico. Hello. 2 years on my GLP-1 journey. Started at 280 pounds. Hey, that was close to me too. I was 285. Currently at 165. That is awesome. Lewis. Awesome. My insurance removed my coverage for Zepbound this year. Oh, crap. I'm so sorry. I was on maintenance. So tell me what you're doing. What are you doing? Are you trying to go it without the GLP-1? Are you doing compound? Are you from Puerto Rico or are you in Puerto Rico now? Because I don't know what your options are in Puerto Rico. I love me some Ricans, though. Love you guys. Vegas. That's what my friends and I have a couple of friends who are Puerto Ricans. We call them Ricans. We call them freaking Ricans because they're fabulous. Okay. Vegas, what is the best GLP-1? Please help. Thank you, from Las Vegas. Well, currently, okay, as of today, the best option is either what your insurance will cover, right? So whatever that may be, whatever works best for you. Okay. And lastly, just my personal opinion, tirzepatide. So if I was starting today and I was going into it blind, insurance covered everything, I got to pick what I wanted, tirzepatide. Which is either a compound tirzepatide, name brand, which is going to be Mounjaro or Zepbound, depending on what you're needing it for. But yeah, right now tirzepatide is king. So fewer side effects, more weight loss. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. And if you need access to a GLP-1, don't forget, I've got my link for TriShed with a coupon code in case you guys need it. Oath lemonade with water and brownie with almond milk are fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Oath is, I mean, they've really got it locked down with those two flavors. I just recently tried another protein powder that has a brownie flavor. I was so disappointed. That review video will be coming out next week. I was so disappointed, you guys. I was like, oh no, Oath has literally spoiled me with the chocolate brownie flavor. I am now ruined. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They've got to be putting brownies into the bag. That's the only thing I can think of because it's just so good, so delicious. Shell Shock says, I ordered from Shed and it was easy and quick for me. Yeah, absolutely. Let me scroll down and see if that person commented. Okay, they did. So we'll get to the update from that because I don't know what happened there. All right. I appreciate your advocacy on your yeah. Thank you. You're so sweet. And the downsized. Yes, absolutely. We love the downsized around here. Ah, thank you. Christopher helping me out. 7-Eleven was the big gulp. I suspect she means GLP, but it says gulp. Oh, it was probably an autocorrect. You're right. Let me go back. Can I find it? Oh no, it's so far back. I can't find it. Okay, I'm so sorry. Post your question again. Midgie says 7-Eleven for big gulp? I don't know. I think so. I used to live where there was 7-Elevens everywhere. Like when I was a kid, it was like, we're going to the 7-Eleven. That was like the cool thing to do. Hey, Gina's here. Hey there. Okay. All right, let's get down to Red's question. Okay, I ordered and met with doctor on 2/12. Okay, thank you for clarifying that because I was a little confused. Order went to pharmacy on 2/13. Shed told me the issue was been resolved, but it hasn't. An order is stalled at the pharmacy. Okay. Hey, Red, do me a favor. It's very rare that I have an issue with anybody that's ordered from Shed and they have a problem. My email is listed on my YouTube account. Send me an email and let me know, like if you want to. You don't have to. Completely optional. But I would love to get in contact with somebody and see if I can help you out. Because like I said, it's very rare that there's ever an issue. So yeah, if you feel comfortable sending me your info, I'll definitely go to bat for you and figure out what's going on. Because it sounds like there's an issue at the pharmacy. Strive is usually pretty on top of stuff. but that's not good. We want to get that squared away. So again, no pressure. If you're not comfortable with that, right, you can go directly to shed, whatever you want to do, but I'm happy to go to bat for you if you're comfortable giving me the info. Hey there, Gina. What's going on? Allie saved me this week with her rashes video from like a year ago. This girl got us for all the things. Thank you. That is so awesome. Listen, I've got it on my list. Somebody requested a new update to the rashes video and an update for shot reactions. And I got some insider info from a doctor because I'm not a doctor, right? So I have a new video coming up for rashes and injection site reactions. So got some new tips for you. Very excited about that. But yeah, Gina, I'm so glad that my recommendations worked for you. I'm so glad. Because there's nothing worse than dealing with skin irritation, right? Like you can't get away from it. It's just following you around. Successfully renewed my 2.5 of Mounjaro for month 4. Excellent. Love that. I tried to stay on 2.5 as long as I possibly could. I made it 13 weeks. 13 weeks before I finally was just like, okay, I'm going to have to go up to 5. Gina said 12.5 is my happy place. Me too. Yes, you're so right about the BMs. Yeah. I think we can all just together hold hands and say, we love to poop. Never thought that would be my community, but here we are. Okay, Judy says I'm drinking Shirley Temple flavored water. Judy, I love you. I have also been drinking Shirley Temple flavored water. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I found it at I want to say it was Dollar General. There's Shirley Temple flavored water. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I'll have to put it in a video for you guys so that you can try it because it's amazing. Okay. Hey, Nancy's got a question. Hey there, Nancy. How do you keep all these supplements straight? It would probably bankrupt me. Laugh out loud, drinking some H2O. Yeah, so I don't do everything at one time, but hold please. Hold on, Nancy. I have returned. So this is what I use. Whoa, get down in there. This is what I use. And I put my supplements in it for the week. And each of these, I'll show you, is just magnetic. Now you can put this, it's got a magnet that goes on the back. I don't have it on there. You can use it. You can like stick it to something like your fridge or whatever, or it's got these cute little feet. So it'll sit up, which is what I do. I just have it sitting up in the kitchen. And it comes in different colors. You don't have to get rainbow if you don't want rainbow. There's like a neutral color one and a white one and a black one. Anyway, so yeah, and it's got the little days of the week on it. So I just put my supplements in there, right? Close it up. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. If I remember, I'll link it down in the description box for you after the video. I got it on Amazon. If I don't have something that's cute and fun, I'm not going to do it because I am terrible about taking supplements. Look. Completely missed a day here. Look, what is that? Oh, that's tomorrow. Wednesday. I suck. Missed it on Wednesday. So anyway, that's what I do to kind of help me keep everything straight. If I don't have something fun like that, I'm not going to do it. I hate taking supplements and pills, but I don't do everything all at one time. Okay, so for example, right now I'm doing a hair vitamin and I have a video that's going to be coming out on this. I've actually been testing this for 6 months and I'm pretty happy with the results. If you guys have been in the GLP-1 community for any length of time, you have seen the 20 gabillion hair supplements that people push, right? My thing is, I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for garbage. So I have this one linked. I've been using it for 6 months. Keep in mind with hair stuff, it does not happen overnight. Okay. If anybody tells you, oh, yeah, I've been taking this for 30 days and my hair's grown 5 inches, right? They're lying. Hair doesn't work like that. But this one, I'm really very happy with it. And like I said, I've been testing it for 6 months. So I go over it in depth in the video, so I'm not going to bore you with it now. The other thing that I've been doing is the NeoCell collagen peptides. Again, I'm not going to bore you with it now, but this is a powder, unflavored powder. And it's really been good. I do not count this as part of my protein though, right? You'll see a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, collagen, 20 grams of protein, right? Not the same as a complete protein. So keep that in mind. By the way, per your request in our last live, people asked me, Allie, show us what you tried and you hated. This is the Paris Hilton, which honestly should have been my first red flag. Raspberry champagne International Delight coffee creamer. Very low in calorie. Also incredibly disgusting. I present to you. I've been on a raspberry kick. You know what I don't want my coffee to taste like? Champagne. I thought it was like a frilly descriptive thing. No, it actually tastes like champagne. If you want to get this to make a dirty whatever type of drink, right? Like you see all those people doing the dirty sodas where they put creamer in it, then okay. But this tastes so much like champagne. I want you to know that I couldn't even give this away to somebody. I literally just poured it out. I was like, well, that was a waste of $4. It was gross. So, per your request, something that didn't work out this week. So, love you guys. I give you what you ask for. Lynn from Chicago. 60 pounds lost, 7 months, still have 50 more to go. Love Zep. I love Zep too. Zep is my friend. Oh, I did get a question earlier. I think it was either on a video or in an email. I don't remember which one. Forgive me because I get all my stuff mixed up. But somebody said, can we ask you questions that are not GLP-1 related? And my answer is always yes, as long as you want to hear the answer. So be warned. I will give you an honest answer if you ask me something not GLP-1 related. But somebody was like, yeah, I want to get to know you better. I want to ask you questions. Like, ask me whatever you want. It's all good with me. Okay. Nicole Ray said, ever since having my gallbladder out last month, I now poop every morning. It's so awesome. Oh my goodness. That's wild. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you're regular. There are a lot of people that say that once they get their gallbladder out, they have problems with going to the bathroom. So I'm glad you're doing well. KK did arm shots for the first time last week, and this week scale finally moving again. That is fantastic. Never underestimate the power of changing your injection site. I love that. Good job, KK. Okay, Vicky, what you got? What are your thoughts on taking a GLP-1? I think it's fantastic. I'm just kidding. That has expired by a couple of months? Ooh. Vicky, a couple of months? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. especially if it was compound, especially if the vial was already punctured, even if it was name brand in a pen. A couple of months is too much for me. Too much for me, right? I kind of use the yogurt rule when it comes to this one. Mind you, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice, okay? Do not do this. So we're clear. I use the yogurt rule, okay? This week is a perfect example because I accidentally had yogurt that was pushed all the way to the back of the fridge. I missed the expiration date by a few days. So what did I do? I was like, so I opened up the yogurt, took a look at the top of it, took a look at the seal. Everything looks good. Okay, I ate that. Like a little taste test. Yogurt's good. I ate it. Guess what? I'm okay. You can't do that with injectable medications. Okay? Why? And I get this question all the time. Whenever you are bypassing the digestive system, you are cutting your immunity in half, right? That's why so many people, when they have dosing errors and they end up in the ER, it's just a matter of, we got to fill you with fluids. We got to, medicate the symptoms. We got to handle the side effects and do the best we can because there's no flushing it out because you've injected it into your fat and the body is going to slowly absorb it, right, as the week goes. So my thing is, if you have one vial or one set of pens or whatever the case may be, and it's expired by a couple of months, to me, it's not worth it to end up in the ER because there's not a whole lot they can do for you, especially if you get some sort of infection, right? It's very hard to manage because it's not like you ate something and it made you sick, right? Which goes through your digestive system, which allows your body to kind of fight most of it off. You're injecting it straight into fat. So if it was me, I would say no, don't do it. Right? It's not worth it. Even if you paid full price, name brand price for whatever it was, couple months, you are worth way more than whatever you paid for that med. And I know it sucks, right, Vicky? I know. I can just feel it through the screen that you're like, no, don't tell me that. You are worth so much more than whatever you paid for those meds. It's not worth it. Okay. If it was like a week, I would be like, meh, talk to your doctor. Couple of months, no. Dispose of it properly. If you need help with that, you can talk to a pharmacist, right? They can help you. But yeah, don't put your health in jeopardy. It's not worth it. Vicky, you are too awesome to put yourself at risk like that. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I love you and I want you to stay safe, okay? Okay. Lynn says, hi from South Kakalaki. Well, hello. I missed some of you tonight. Well, Lynn, that is completely unacceptable. I don't understand why you people come into my live and then tell me you rat on yourself and you're like, I wasn't here for half of it. I don't know what you talked about. I'm just kidding, Lynn. Okay, it's okay. You can always watch it in the replay. By the way, if you're watching on the replay, make sure you put replay in the comments because I do see who watches the replay. What time do you usually come on Thursday and we're online? So I have it scheduled for 6:30 Central Time, right? Every Thursday, not next Thursday because I'm on vacation. But I usually start between 6 and 6:30. I like to jump start it, get it started early. So yeah. Okay, good. Mary, my partner in crime. We shall stop the Facebook scammers. Da da da. We need like matching outfits, Mary. That's what we need. Can they be like 80s, 90s tracksuit style? Right? And then we need to take a picture together, but it's very Charlie's Angels, right? We're like back to back and they're Can we do that, Mary? Can we? Okay. Yes, I reported the group for selling drugs. Didn't seem to faze them a bit. Those bastards. Okay. We're talking about Facebook. They only care protecting their own interests. Yeah. You can lead a horse to water. That's right. But you can't make him take a bath. Okay. Kelly Face says, I split my LMNOP powders into 4 separate 30-ounce Stanleys. That is very smart. 1 packet lasts 2 to 3 days. It's way too salty. I agree. Okay, good. I was beginning to think I was the only one. Everybody was in the comments with their LMNOPs, and they were just like, I'm drinking all the salt today. Like, good grief, Charlie Brown. Hey, Mary's here. Hello. Allie and Pups. Pups are all taking a nap right now. Starting 4-day weekend tonight with my favorite GLP-1 gal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was my best Kool-Aid man voice for you. Oh, yeah. I catch myself doing that in videos sometimes when it's really not an appropriate time. But I just can't. I can't help myself. This is why I'm always on mute in meetings. It's not because I might get a package delivered and the dogs will start barking, okay? It's not because I'm eating a snack and I don't want people to hear me smacking. Oh, no. It's because I say things like, oh, yeah, when it's not appropriate. Amy says, you are not lying about the constipation. Shocked face. It is my only hesitation about going up. Maybe 10 will work better starting tomorrow. Listen, Amy, I had severe constipation from day one. Not day one, but week 1 of starting a GLP-1. I got all the way up to 12.5. It just magically went away. There was a lady who commented on one of my videos where I talked about that. She was on 15 and it went away for her. Sometimes, like, there's just a dose in there that's just right for your body. I can't explain it. I've asked multiple doctors. I can't get anybody to figure it out. I need you guys to study this now. It's awesome. So I would say make sure you're getting enough fiber, stay hydrated, take evasive maneuvers if you need to, right? And if it's time for you, you feel like you're ready to go up to 10, go for it. Do not let the poo-poo hold you back, okay? We are on a GLP-1 quest, my friend. We do not let anything hold us back from success. Okay. Hey, learning to be fierce. Love it. Hi, from Milton, Florida, Idaho. Hello, the Panhandle. Thank you. Thank you for telling me where in Florida you are. I love that. Da, 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 da. Hey, Red's back. A1C in April was 9.7. Okay, in July it was 6.3. Great. Started Mounjaro, now 15 milligrams. And A1C is 4.7. That's phenomenal. I think highest weight is what you were saying. 237, now 190. That's awesome. Nice job, Red. Now remember, you don't want that A1C to go any lower, so make sure you get some complex carbs in there. Got to be careful because your doctor will take you off of Mounjaro if your A1C gets too low. But that's fantastic. That's awesome. I love to see it, right? Because we gotta take the success where we can get it, right? Because we've all struggled for so long. Lynchy. Only 60, not 69 pounds. Sorry, hard to type while on the treadmill. I love that. Have you seen people that like work on the treadmill? I'm like, but like running and they're how do you do that? My brain would explode. So yeah, Lynn, don't even worry. Okay. LMNOP is too salty for me. I use sugar-free liquid IV. I did not mean for all of that to rhyme, but I mean, you just set it up so perfectly. Thank you. Yeah, liquid IV was too salty for me too, but I'm very sensitive to salt. Sensitive to salt. Hey, Taryn's here. Drinking water with lemon collagen and creatine. Excellent. Carb Manager is good too. Okay, good. I have not used that app, but people say it's good. Hey there. Well, hello, Kevin. How you doing? I got skinny shamed today by a client, and I have to admit I kind of liked it. Kevin, I love you for this comment. First of all, I'm sorry that you were skinny shamed. No one should be skinny shamed. But I'm glad that it did not upset you. It sounds like you took it in good spirits, and I'm so happy for you in that regard. But yeah, that's wild. I've had that happen a couple of times. Not a lot, but a couple of times, and it's weird being on the other end of it, right? Like, used to be the butt of fat jokes at 285, and now it's like, what? Anyway, I'm glad you took it well. It's too funny. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Here we go. Question from Midgie. PCP stated can't do A1C and glucose as no longer in pre-diabetic state. Frustrating. When you say can't do A1C, do you mean the blood work? Frustrating Medicare Advantage, so she doesn't prescribe tirzepatide. Let me know if that's what you mean to blood work. My insurance never covered the blood work. If you get it more than once a year. But I refuse to do that. I paid out of pocket every 3 months for blood work. Now, I don't do that now, right? Because blood work is good. A1C is good. It's been very consistent for well over 6 months. So but yeah, if you're just starting out, not you, Midgie, but for others that are just starting out on a GLP-1, I cannot recommend enough getting blood work every 3 months. I have a 2-video series. It's called Bad Labs. So if you do a search for FitFlavorFun Bad Labs or FitFlavorFun Labs, I talk about how I was doing the labs every 3 months and we caught a problem before it became a problem. And there are so many people in the support groups that talk about, oh my gosh, my doctor said I have to come off the meds. Well, that's because they ran blood work and there was a problem, right? And then you run into this territory where your doctor is going to make a decision based off of their malpractice insurance versus actually trying to help you fix a problem, right? Depending on what it is. It's a very generalized statement, but it's important, right? So I pay out of pocket. Not anymore. But in that first year and a half, I was getting blood work every 3 months. Hey, Lisa's here. We got another Lisa in the house. Lisas are showing up in full force. Okay. Lynn says, I keep hearing that I need to eat plenty of protein. No way. Lynn, you lie. You lie. No one ever in the GLP-1 community ever said that. I'm just kidding. But how do you measure this protein every meal? I have had third stage KCD. I'm not sure what that is. And I think I shouldn't overdo the protein. What do you think? Okay. First things first, third stage KCD, or CKD, I don't know what that is. But if it has anything to do with cancer, kidneys, another organ and how it functions, then you should definitely talk to your doctor about how much protein you should be doing. The reason why people recommend high protein, it keeps you fuller longer. It helps your body to maintain muscle, right? So you're not eating up your muscle for protein, for energy. And it will help you build muscle if you are doing weightlifting. So there's quite a few reasons why protein is recommended. However, and again, I'm not a doctor, so talk to your doctor. There's no reason to do 20 billion grams of protein, right? Like you see these people online and they're like, you need to be getting 250 grams of protein. And I'm like, what? There are bodybuilder dudes that are working out like 6 hours a day that need that much protein. There's no way that I need that much protein. So, if you have other conditions, which it sounds like you've got something going on, I would talk to your doctor before upping protein, certainly if you're going above 100 grams. Now, in general, there are various calculations that you can use. It's going to differ from, men to women. Most women are going to be in the range of 60 to 100 grams of protein. That depends on a lot of things. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. I don't play one on TV. So if you can get with a dietitian after you get with your doctor, they can help you to really fine tune and figure out what would be best for you. So I would highly recommend it. Most dietitians are covered by insurance. So it can be a really, really fantastic option. And you don't have to see them all the time, right? Like I met with mine, I think like 3 times and got everything I needed. So Luis from Puerto Rico. I'm from and live in Puerto Rico. Okay. I don't know if they have compound there. I don't think they do. Thanks for the love. Yeah. Well, my doctor sent the prescription to Lilly Direct, so I start with the quick pens, but I'm not sure if I can afford that every month. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I'm in a position right now where I'm not able to get name brand anymore because my insurance changed and they want me to meet this ridiculously high deductible even with a coupon savings card. It's just crazy. But yeah, I don't think you can get compound in Puerto Rico. I don't think there's anybody that supplies there. That would be your best option. Okay, Mary's back at it again. But new Zepbound Quick Pen is a fixed dose, right? Saw a post that it's difficult process to try to draw med out of, plus no golden dose. Yeah, I think they did away with the golden dose. Too many people were talking about it. So they did away with that. If anyone knows different, do tell. I may switch. Yeah, so the Quick Pen, essentially, it clicks, right? And there's multiple doses in the pen. And however much you click, right, is based on what the dose of the pen is how you get your weekly dose. So there are people who adjust it, right, based on how many clicks. So, but again, I have never used a Quick Pen, so, I'm kind of limited on how much I can speak to it, although I would love to get my hands on one and use it. You also have to change the needles, right, on the Quick Pen. So for people who are not needle savvy, right, it might be a bit of a learning curve for them. Okay, Sarah, chronically constipated. I feel like that should be a tattoo on GLP-1 people. We need like a temporary tattoo that we can all wear. Chronically constipated. Since month 2, finally added a natural fiber instead of the plant-based ones. It processed products like inulin and chicory. Yep, some people don't do well with those. I haven't had to use Miralax or laxatives in 2 weeks. Nice. Nice. And you said you added in natural fiber. Do you mean fiber from food? I mean, that's what I'm getting from what you're saying. I like to get my fiber from food. I mean, I'll get it from, you know, a Grun's gummy or, those fiber candies, right, that I try out. I will do that in addition to what I'm eating, but I really like to get my fiber from food. I just feel like it's more delicious that way. Roxanne. I haven't tried the Quick Pen yet to test stretching doses. Just did the math, presuming it was the same as the UK. Oh yeah, I saw that was pertaining to a conversation earlier. Okay. Lewis. I do strength training at the gym 4 times a week. I also have a healthy diet. I just feel a bit anxious of stopping the medication cold turkey and getting my food noise again and feeling hunger quicker. Yeah. It can be really challenging. I just put a video out about that. Just let this be the takeaway for you, Lewis. You might do all the things correctly. Okay? And I'm going to say this to you from my heart. You might do everything right. The strength training 4 times a week, the healthy diet, be in a calorie deficit or maintenance calories, right? And you may come off the medication and gain weight. First thing that's going to come back is going to be inflammation. Okay? There's really no real way to get around that. Tirzepatide is just awesome with dealing with inflammation. So anticipate that. As far as the rest of it goes, just keep in mind that if you come off the med and you gain weight, it is not a moral failing on your part. Okay? And there are not enough people that understand that. Like, for those of us like myself that have the disease of obesity, if you come off the med, chances are there's only so much that you're going to be able to take care of with diet and exercise. And Lewis, I'm not saying that to upset you, but I am saying it because if that happens to you, I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. Okay? And this is part of people accepting that obesity is a disease. If you come off of blood pressure medication, blood pressure goes up, right? If you come off of cholesterol medication, arteries start filling with cholesterol, right? So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Stay focused. Do the best that you possibly can, but don't beat yourself up. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that are in that position. Hey, Nurse Tara's here. Hello. Big gulp 7-Eleven, 44 ounces of awesomeness. Yes, it is. I love it for anybody who just joined right at that moment that I said that, because they're going to be like, what kind of GLP-1 conversation is this? We're talking about 44 ounces of awesomeness. Hey, Jen. I bet you're in Clearwater. I bet. I'd be willing to bet. Hello. The regain is a pain. Yeah, I regained about 15 over the last 6 months, working hard to get back on track. Absolutely. That's all you can do. Hey, Cavin's back to tell us more. I'm a hairstylist. I knew you were awesome. The client came in today and spent her entire appointment telling me I'm getting way too thin. Oh my gosh, so she really was like shaming you. I'm 20 pounds from goal weight, mind you. She was very concerned about me. The thing is, I feel like most people who haven't seen you in a while, right? Like in this case, it's a client, it could be a family member, a friend. It is jarring for them to see people around them losing weight and be in a thinner body because they have never experienced that, especially if this client is already thin, right? Then that adds a whole nother layer of weirdness for them because people that they got used to seeing in a bigger body are now getting smaller, and they have to kind of wrap their head around that. So, yeah. But you obviously took it well. So, I salute you. Also, side note, if you ever get uncomfortable, please do not allow somebody to skinny shame you for their entire hair appointment, okay? Don't if you can take it in stride, more power to you, but do not hesitate to let somebody know, "Hey, let's just not comment on other people's bodies." How about that? So, and that's usually enough to get the point across. Okay. I can't wait for the updated ration injection video. Yes, it's going to be a good one. Gonna be a good one. Crimmy Crimson. Crimmy Crimson. Is that almost looks like Daria in the picture? Let me know if you ever watched Daria. Anybody know what that show is? About to take my third shot of 2.5 Zepbound tomorrow, and I'm fully content to be on these meds the rest of my life. It keeps the food noise away. I know, isn't that such a beautiful thing? Lost 10 pounds so far. Nice. Good job. Love it. Love, love, love it. Yeah. It's life-changing to not have the food noise. I'm not gonna lie. VM Motors 1580 Retatrutide is the best. Simply the best. Do do do. Yeah. VM Motors, you're gonna have to tell me, are you on Retatrutide? If yes, what dose are you on? Oh, they commented down a little bit lower. I've lost 89 pounds. That's freaking phenomenal. All your hard work is paying off too. Well, you're gonna have to let us know what dose you're on. Yeah, let me know. I'm always interested in the Retatrutide feedback to see what dose people are on and how they're doing. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Liz says, can you believe it? There are curves clubs in South Korea. Really? Now, if I remember correctly, curves clubs, is that the women only gym? Is that, you'll have to let me know. I think that's it. Anyway, in fact, there are 2 in my city. I joined up a week and I'm ready to work out. That's awesome. Well, listen, we don't have a live scheduled for next week because I'm on vacation. But if you could report back in the live after that and let me know how it's going, that sounds like so much fun. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Crimmy Crimson says, I'm hearing so many good things about Rita. It seems amazing. For anybody who may be new, my view on Retatrutide, which I've talked about in videos, is that I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how people who are already on semaglutide or tirzepatide transition to Retatrutide and see how they do, right? Because right now, the only comparison that we've got is semaglutide to tirzepatide or tirzepatide to semaglutide, right? Because those are kind of like the big ballers right now. And it's interesting to see the number of people that really struggle when switching to get more weight loss. So I think it's going to be interesting to see as people, right? Because the moment it hits, like everybody's going to want to get on it. I think it's going to be harder to get on it. I think they're going to, I think I heard Dave talking about it, like it's going to be an escalation drug, right? So basically you have to be stalled out on whatever you're on in order to get it. That's just speculation on my part. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how people do when they're transitioning to it. I've been watching some creators who have done that and their experience. So I'm interested to see, like, when we get even more people, how that goes. Okay. VM Motor says, my wife and I are on it. Forget Mounjaro junk. Hey, listen, I lost 130 pounds on Tirzepatide. She works good. That junk is good. So I think that when it's all said and done, I think it's going to be head to head with Tirzepatide and Retatrutide, right? I think they're going to be the top earners probably for the next few years. Gina's like, she kills me with the hold, please. VM Motors, peptides are amazing. I agree. I concur. Nicole Ray, can you link that, please? Link what? Oh no, Nicole, what am I linking? What was I linking? This thing? Let me know, Nicole. The vitamin thing? Was that what I was talking about? This is the ADD, okay? It rules my life. I struggle. By the way, ladies, I'm still rocking the MAC lip gloss, MAC Air lip gloss Air. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you haven't watched my review on those, it's on my other channel, FitFlavorFun Uncensored. So much goodness. Hey, VM Motors, I take Mott C. Nice. And Ipamorelin, I think. I think that's how it spells. It's okay. I knew what you meant. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how those are working for you and what you're taking them for. I mean, I know what they're used for, but and as with many peptides, right, they can be used for a number of things. So Janet said, I would love to order the supplement box. Yeah. Okay. I'll link it for you guys. I've got it right here. I'll use it as my reminder. So I'll link it for you. It was cheap. And it's very well made. So I was pretty impressed. Okay. Okay, hold on. Roxanne says, Gen X, we started with days of the week underpants, and we end up with days of the week pill organizers. Yeah. Listen. I love stuff like that. like anything that keeps me on track. I have a label maker, okay? I will get wild with some labels. I'm about to label the bins that I use to keep the dog treats in their various compartments so that when I go on vacation next week, my wife can keep track of what the dogs are supposed to have, because I have quick treats, which is something that they can chew up very fast. Then I have medium, which is slightly bigger, takes them a little bit longer. Then I have the burger biggies, which are the big ones, but you can't give them too many. And I'm about to hit it with the label maker this weekend. So, it's just, that's how I live my life, trying to stay organized. Okay, Snowy says, do you drink bone broth? I will use bone broth in like a soup or something. And I like it for when I'm sick, because many times when I'm feeling under the weather, I'm not very hungry. So I like it as long as the sodium content is not too high. Some of them are wild. Do you count that towards your protein goal? I do not. It's just personal preference. There are some people who do, and you certainly can. But for me, meh. I don't have any problem meeting my protein goal, so I don't count stuff like that. Mary says, I have to confess, I was hating the 7.5 milligrams Zepbound when I first started, and now it's my new favorite best friend. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Well, I'm so glad, because a lot of people complain about 7.5. But I'm so glad it's working well for you. That's awesome. I got past 7.5 stigma, up Zepbound to 8. Surprised it worked. That's awesome. Just gotta keep on keeping on. Funny, I stepped on the scales this morning, ran and told my husband that they were broken, get some new batteries, etc., get the old scales. I mean, I told him they were wrong. No, down 40 pounds. I love that. That's fantastic. Sometimes it takes a while for our brain to kind of catch up. When I got um under the 200-pound mark, and then I would get on the scale, every time I got on the scale, I was like, wait, is this right? Do I have it on a different plank of hardwood and now it's skewed right? Like, it took my brain a while to catch up. Hey, Yvette's here. New Joyzy flavored water. I love it. Allie, how could you? I'm laughing so hard. Paris Hilton champagne flavored. Listen, she's got another one that's called Sweet and Spicy, and people were trying that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want my coffee to be spicy. And I get it. People are doing the, the drink thing, the dirty whatever, right? I'm not cool enough to be doing all that with sodas. I just like drink my soda the way it is. If it's 0 calorie, I'm good with it. I occasionally will mix a water flavor packet into a 0 Sprite. That's about as crazy as I get. But some of these people, man, like I watched a lady do a review of the Sweet and Spicy, and she was like, oh, it really is kind of spicy. And she put it in with a Dr. Pepper, and I was like, this is blasphemous. I do not want my Dr. Pepper to be spicy. Like, what is happening in the world? So anyway, I thought because it was raspberry, it was going to be okay. It, in fact, was not okay. Paris Hilton, it was not, in fact, hot. Okay? Or whatever her catchphrase was. Was it hot? That's hot. I think that's what she used to say all the time. I don't remember. Okay. South End Pharmacy, Brillo's Pharmacy remains pending for availability to ship to New Mexico. Updated 220, some other states affected too. Yeah, they're having all sorts of issues. All sorts of issues. Brillo got seriously, talk about constipation. They got seriously backed up. It was a while ago when they came out with all that really low pricing and then completely overwhelmed the pharmacy. And then it took like months for them to get back on track. So yeah, I know there were a lot of states that were affected by the more recent issues. Christopher says, no salty Kool-Aid for me. Me either, buddy. Me either. Bellows switching pharmacies so they can make 6-week delivery. Yep. Yep. Oh my gosh, somebody booped me. 3 left turns. Boop. That's fantastic. If you don't know what that's in reference to, Dave at On the Pen, he made a video and he was, he gives all the peptides these funny names, and he was like, Boopatide or whatever it was. And I just cackled at that. I thought that was so cute. And I was like, oh no, I'm having a moment. Anyway, so I made a video and I was like, everybody go boop Dave. So anyway, he ended up going live, and like all the comments were people coming from my channel, and they were like, boop, boop. And then he texted me and he was like, what's happening? Everybody's booping me. Boop. It was so funny. Anyway, I love that. I love that we all come together as a community to kind of like prank each other. It's so fun. Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Black Squirrel, where have you been? Where are you going? For those of you who are just tuning in, Black Squirrel is a superhero. No, I will not explain. It's an inside joke. You have to watch my lives in order to understand. Okay. Q. Do you hear of anyone suffering from weird nerve pain on tirzepatide? Yes, I have. I have heard of such a thing. Yes. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. Okay, while I think about what it's called, stay right there. Black squirrel. Okay, everybody, hold on. Hold on. There it is. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. If you or someone you know is having nerve pain, I highly recommend this bad boy. So it's called Nervive. 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 It's a roll-on. It supposedly targets multiple nerve receptors. I got this because I was having some kind of issue in my shoulder and it was like nothing worked. Nothing was helping. This helped. So, Black Squirrel, if you or someone you know is suffering, of course, always talk to your doctor. But this stuff works great. Now, it does have like a minty kind of scent to it. So, if that bothers you, it may not be a good fit for you. It's over the counter. I just picked it up at Walmart. You can get it on Amazon, right? I'll link it just in case somebody needs it. But I keep it on hand now. Like if you pull a muscle or something, it works. Now, I will say with the weird nerve pain, Tirzepatide, or some people get like the burny skin feeling. It does go away with time. If it doesn't, right, talk to your doctor. But yeah, but I hope that helps. Christopher says the US Quick Pen is the same as the UK Quick Pen. I have both on my desk. Yes, he does. He's got the Quick Pen. I want to get my hands on one and try it. That's what I want to do. But I'm probably going to have to pay out of pocket for that. It's painful. Okay. How are we doing for time? So am I going to turn into a pumpkin soon? I am. Okay. Make sure if you have a question, you put a QQQ or some question marks in front of it so that I can make sure to grab your question. I'm going to try to catch up with the comments here. So we're going to do rapid fire. Okay. Tag a butt. 10 weeks, 2.5 down 25 pounds. That's awesome. Side effects were brutal for me. Oh no, I'm sorry. But I have finally almost completely subsided. Okay, good. It's helpful to stay on the same dose. It really helps with the side effects. And my dog's name is Tag, but goes by Tagglebutt. That's perfect. It's perfect. I thought it was a cat in the picture, so that's why I assumed cat. But that's cute. It's a cute name for a dog. Okay, speaking of poop, I was never very regular, but since Mounjaro, with more water I drink, the better things move. Yes, it makes a huge difference. Water is good for so many things. Yay, hydration. Woohoo! I'll drink to that. Love that you made it a song. Listen, I make everything a song. In everything in my life. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, it's got a song. And sometimes, just every now and then, I come out with a real gem. And I think, oh, I should write jingles or something. Right? Most of the time, they're just ridiculous. So I'm glad that you liked it. You found it entertaining. Hey, Fimo. What's up, Fimo? Hi. Well, hello. I'm in the trials for Retatrutide. Hey, that's fantastic. Was 7.0, now 5.9. I'm guessing that was your A1C. I will continue until June in this trial. So far, so good. Great. No major side effects. Great. I went from 190 pounds to right now 170. That's fantastic. I love that. So if you are in a Retatrutide trial, did you take a GLP-1 previously, or Is this your first GLP med? You'll have to let me know if you want to. No pressure. Hopefully this medicine will be available soon after the trials. Yeah. I think they're saying 2027, right? Approval in 2026 and then 2027. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, but once you reach goal, right, you can always transition to something like tirzepatide or semaglutide. I know many of the people that recently transitioned off of Reta in one of the other trials, they went to, one of the other GLPs and they're doing good. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. I'm just trying to find questions. Leslie, hello. Just joining? Well, you're fired. It's almost over. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here. Oh, CKD, chronic kidney disease. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for helping me with that. Yes, absolutely. Talk to your doctor before doing protein. Again, I listed kidneys as one of the things, right? Cancer, kidneys, whatever the third thing was I said. I'm starting to get tired. I love you guys, but my brain is like, try to focus. Yes, you were right, Nicole Ray. Okay. Let me see. Oh, everybody was helping me out in the comments with the chronic kidney disease. Thank you. I'm always leery of guessing when somebody puts something like that up there because there are times in videos where I'm like, blah, 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 ED, right? And then some people are like erectile dysfunction. And then other people are like eating disorder, right? So you got to be careful with I try not to make assumptions. Okay. Everybody's in the comments trying to catch up to the questions. Okay. Midgie says Google search states 3 compound pharmacies, however, don't specify GLP-1. Midgie, I don't know what you're searching on Google. What are you searching? Google search states 3 compound pharmacies, however, don't specify GLP-1. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you guys were talking about. What was I talking about? Snowy says, I think the voucher helps you meet your deductible. Check it out. Interesting. Okay, I am going to check that out. Thank you. Helping each other. Uh-oh. Eat melted butter for constipation. Everything will come right out. I feel like this is something a carnivore would say. Have you ever seen those videos where they've got like the stick of butter and they're like, "Nom, nom, nom, nom." Right? Like, what? What are you doing? That does work for some people. It does. Not for everybody. So, don't want to be overdoing it with the butter now. Okay. Julie says, seems like CA can't get the compound now, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Any thoughts? California is just one of those things where, right, they just shut down everything. I don't have a recommendation. Is it that you can't find a provider that ships to California, or California is stopping it? Let me know what it is that you're running into. Nurse Tara, how do people stockpile if they aren't able to use the meds past the best use by dates? This is a very good question. So I have a video on stockpiling, so make sure you go check that out. But in short, what you have to do is you have to keep track of your dates. Now, what I do specifically for name brand is I write the date of the expiration of those pens on the outside of the box, big black marker. And then I keep them in the fridge in order so I can see what's going to expire next. It's a little bit more challenging when it comes to vials, but you can get some little tiny labels and put them on there. And then you gotta make sure that you're going through it, right? Just like in grocery stores where they keep the freshest stuff in the back and the about to expire stuff in the front, right? You just have to rotate inventory, essentially. So that's what I do. But I talk about it, all the different ways you can stockpile in that video. So definitely go check that out. Julie's got a question, but it's only got one Q. Okay. If you can't get compound, then what? I like the compound price better than brand name. Penn in California, we're on compound lockdown. Gotcha. Okay, she's clarifying from earlier. This is a tough one. Essentially, if you want to go, on the up and up, if you will, then your only option is going to be name brand. And then however you can go about getting the best pricing for that. Whether that's through, somebody like TriShed or with a manufacturer's coupon or with Lilly Direct, right? Or NovoCare, depending on what you're on. Right? If you want more detailed information about all of the available options, I have a video that talks about access and all of the available options that are currently on the market. You just have to weigh the pros and cons, right? Because some of them have risks. But yeah, unfortunately, California on compound lockdown. Are you close to the border of anything by chance? I don't know. I know there are some people that are close to a border, right, to another state, and then they'll have it shipped to like a drop box in that state, and then they'll go get it. But it's challenging. Okay. Hey, Snowy says, I watched Daria. Oh no, it was Black Squirrel. Black Squirrel says I watched Daria. It jumped ahead. Hang on. No, Snowy did say it too. Okay, Black Squirrel watched Daria. Snowy watched Daria. Okay. Okay, Jude says, is there a consensus on the best place to inject your GLP-1? The best place is going to depend on your body, first and foremost, right? So if you talk to a lot of people, they will tell you what works best for them. If you're talking about from a weight loss standpoint, technically speaking, and it's by a very, very slight percentage, there is slightly more weight loss that is documented when you inject in your abdomen. But I mean, the numbers are so slight, right? It's like 0.05%. Like you're not going to notice a difference. I did a couple of videos on tracking my weight loss based off of location of injection site. There was no difference. So it really just depends on what's most comfortable for you, what's easiest for you to rotate. For example, when I lost 130 pounds, doing an injection in my thigh was no longer comfortable, whereas that had been my favorite spot to do it because of minimal side effects. But now I'm kind of forced to just do abdomen because it's just not comfortable in other places. So it just depends on, what works best for you. But the key is rotation, right? Don't do the same exact location over and over and over and over again. Gotta move around. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Jude says, any idea on how long it will take compounding pharmacies to get rid of after it's available legally? I don't think it will take long. There are already some that will do it. right? And they supply to med spas or whatever, and the pricing is ridiculous. Um, I don't think it's going to take them long. However, a lot of that is going to depend on how it hits the market, right? Because the people who are taking Retta now, many of them are getting them either research grade or gray market. So it's not like those people will then go to a compound pharmacy, right? It's going to be the other people that I was talking about earlier that are either on semaglutide or on tirzepatide. They've stalled out for a really long time and they're looking to switch. So it's going to be interesting, but I think there's going to be my prediction is I think there's going to be a lot of people who are on a GLP-1 now, either semaglutide or tirzepatide, that are going to switch to Retta and be disappointed because it's just one of those things. That's what I think. But we'll see. Right? Once people start getting on it and talking about it, more people, right? Obviously there's people on it now. Nurse Tara said, I think Retta is going to be so expensive, most people won't be able to afford it. It's going to growth to people to go gray. Yeah. Force. She clarified. Thank you. Yeah. I was like, gorse? What? We're gorsing people. Yes, I think it is going to be expensive, right? When it first hits. I also think that it's going to be an escalation medication, right? So you will have had to I'm frogging. You will have had to, there's going to be all these criteria, right? We're all not going to be able to just switch to Retatrutide. They're not going to do that. So, yeah. Okay. BMO. They're going for a 5 agonist. They're going for a 5 agonist in trials. I have not heard of a 5 agonist. Maybe that was Crunchy Trutide. Is that what you saw? This Crunchy Trutide? That's a 20 billion agonist. If you haven't seen my video on Crunchy Trutide, you should definitely check it out. It's my interview with a CEO, pharmaceutical CEO. It's going to be the latest and greatest that hits. I hope to try it too. I'm on 12 milligram Retta for a year and a half so far. Okay, great. Very cool. Okay. Doris, I've been watching on my TV, so I can't comment. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Why do people think California is on a compound lockdown? A bazillion telehealth companies deliver to... I don't know. That's a very good question. There must be something going on. I shall research it and report back to you. Not right this moment, but I'm going to look into it. Okay. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Okay. Hey, B-Bear. So glad I made it to the live. Hey, I'm glad you made it too. Dun dun dun. Shed. Yes, they do name brand. If you want to look into Shed, coupon code. Save you monies. Aussie girl late to the party, but that's okay. Tuning in from Aussieville, Adelaide, right? Adelaide? I think that's where you're from. Housework done. I can sit and drink coffee with you guys. Oh, I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. What? Judy, I'm trying the Coffee Mate Harry Potter Butterbeer Cold Foam. I like it. What? Oh my goodness. I had butterbeer at Universal Studios. It was good. Delicious. I love all this flavored coffee stuff that's going on. I've got a lot of really great flavored coffee videos coming up soon. Uh-oh, we got the boops. Boop. I love it. Amy loves LMNOP, especially the raspberry ice and lime flavors. I'm going to try the oath you mentioned. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Be Bear. I recently used Shed for the first time for NAD, smooth transaction, and thank you, Allie, for the discount. That's fantastic. How are you feeling? That's what I want to know. I mean, I'm glad everything went well for you, but I want to know, how are you feeling? Did you decide to go with a microdose? Did you decide to go with like a regular dose? Let me know how you're doing. I love that. Ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba. Okay. Hey, Cindy, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. I appreciate it. I'm coming through here and I'm trying to grab everybody's questions. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, here's a question. We're going from Cindy to Lindy. Okay. Do you think a 79-year-old would be okay on Mounjaro? She takes no medicine and has some weight issues. So, I'm not a doctor. But there are a lot of different factors that would be at play here. It would absolutely be something, for this 79-year-old to talk to their doctor about. The oldest person that I am aware of, like I know them by name currently, that is on tirzepatide, is 86. So it's, there's no age cutoff. A lot of what I will say is, if they do get approved, then some of it is really just dealing with the side effects. And I find that as long as they have a good support system and an educated doctor and, somebody that can like kind of guide them through it, they do great. Yeah. I see no reason for there to be an issue. But again, it would be a conversation for them to have, with their doctor. Yeah. Okay. Nurse Tara says the problem is that compound doesn't usually have long best use by dates. That's why I'm confused how people are actually stockpiling for months. Yes. Okay. So I forgot which pharmacy it is. I think it's 503B. Don't quote me on that. I may have them mixed up in my head. One of the compound pharmacy types can only do a 30-day best use by date. Okay? Like state legal requirement for that pharmacy type. If you go with the other one, which I think is a 503B, then those are the ones that can do an extended date. Those are the ones that you will see, those telehealth companies that offer a 6-month, a 1-year, right? Those are the ones that have those extended best use by dates. But you always need to ask, you always need to double check, because some of what these pharmacies will do, or these telehealths, I should say, is they'll offer a 6-month supply, but really they're shipping it out to you each month. Okay, well, that's not a stockpile, right? You need to have some on hand. So, yeah. It can be challenging. It just depends on, keeping up with it. That's why I tell people you probably don't want to have more than a 3-month supply, right? And then the other thing you want to keep in mind is that once you puncture a vial, right, that's kind of when the clock starts. Although, if it's months and months old, right, past a best use by date, right, question from earlier, you don't want to do that. So yeah, it can be challenging. That's why some people, like, they buy so much and then they don't keep up with it. And then it's just expiring. You don't want that to happen. Okay. Cindy says, hi, one of my favorite people. Well, hello. Cindy, you are one of my favorite people. Thank you. Oh, Cindy, you sent another sticker. You're so sweet. You get off that sticker button, girl. You're getting crazy. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. I'm just trying to come through and make sure I hit all the questions. I don't want to leave anybody hanging before I gotta go. The vase about the butter comment. Did it again for you. Okay. Linda says, have fun. I live 3 hours from Disney. Only been there 3 times. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Absolutely. Love Disney. Haven't been there since I was a kid. Until next week. Boom, boom. Get ready for the Disney videos. Okay. Hey, Camaro Dust. I shouldn't answer your question because you didn't answer my question earlier about what if you have a Camaro and what color it is. This is a give and take relationship. I get to know you, you get to know me. Yes, Reta is shorthand for Retatrutide, which is the triple agonist. So yeah. Barbara says, I heard that Reta may fall under coverage if you have osteoarthritis. Yes, that's correct. I actually talked to somebody who was in the osteoarthritis Reta trial, and it was very interesting. So yes, that is something that they're currently working on. Barbara, I don't know why I gave you that accent. It was just fun. I hope you're not offended. It's just really fun to say Barbara. It's just so much fun. I think it just sounds beautiful. I love it. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. So the goofy's coming out. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Amber, talking about the NAD, microdose, no side effects. Good. Feeling slight energy boost, hoping it only gets better from here. I'm hopeful. Great. Well, keep me posted. About to take my 3rd dose tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. I find that, doing the NAD like that, right? Starting very low and kind of seeing how you feel, it's just smooth sailing. So I love that for you. Keep me posted. Hey, it's a Chebin. What you doing, Chebin? Okay, bye. It's nice to see you. Toodles. Okay. NAD, how do you get it from Shed? Okay, so in the description box of all of my videos, you'll see that there are multiple links. One's going to be for GLP-1. The other is going to be for NAD, right here. And then the other one's going to be for Sermorelin, which is the other peptide that I take for sleep. So all you have to do is click on the link for the NAD, and it'll take you right to it and apply my coupon code. So, and then you, you set up your appointment, you meet with the doctor, and they go over everything with you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ruthie Robles. What is that? That sounds like a great detective name. Right? Couldn't you just see like a Ruthie Robles, right? Pantsuit, just real, ready to bust open the case. We've got our best detective on it. It's Ruthie Robles. I don't know. Anyway, cool name. What's your opinion on Mochi Health? Ruthie, I'm going to guess that you're new here. So if you go back into my videos, you will see all the reporting that I did about Mochi and their problems. As a matter of fact, you can just look in the news and see all the problems. It's unfortunate. So no, I do not recommend them. I do not at all. Hers, I don't recommend them either. Hers or Hims, because they're one of the reasons that we're, having so many problems with their terrible advertising. They're going to get all the compounding shut down if they don't stop. So I don't recommend Hims or Hers. And I don't recommend Mochi Health. I'm currently researching telehealth providers. Let me put you on game. Go to GLPwinner.com. Okay? GLPwinner.com. That is a website that is specifically created to compare. And you can set like all of these parameters. You can set by your state. You can set by price. You can look at reviews. It'll tell you. It's really a fantastic site. So if you are researching telehealth providers, which I love you for that, definitely go over and check them out. Stay away from these two. I've done quite a few videos on some of the latest telehealth companies that are having problems. So make sure you kind of, look through those. Stay away from those. Better safe than sorry. And just remember that a couple of the telehealth companies that are currently have the lowest pricing, they're also having challenges with meeting demand. So make sure that you're looking for delays in shipment. Somebody was posting about one the other day, and it was like, they're saying my shipment's going to be delayed 8 weeks. Like, that's crazy, right? You don't want to pay for something and have to wait 8 weeks for it. So do your research because you're a detective. Da-na-na. Okay. Great. 78 Zepbound all the way, not dead yet. You mean you're 78? Camaro Dust, are you 78? I love that. Oh my goodness, Nancy, you have such a beautiful complexion. You are so sweet. I started a new skincare routine like 6 months ago that I've been testing out. So I've got a video coming out on it. And thank you. That's a very sweet thing to say. Okay. Letty says Retta is supposed to be very strong, affects heart rate. It can. It can. Don't know if it'll be good for weight loss. Yes. Yeah. It's definitely good for weight loss. The studies have already been showing that. Now, the key with diabetics that I'm waiting for the Retta info is how diabetics do on Retta. So that's the info that I'm waiting for. No. Okay. Real reactions? Real reaction? Real. Hey, I got it. Real reactions. I don't have insurance. Would you recommend going with, I think that's supposed to be telehealth, like orderly meds with compounded? So the company that I recommend is trished.com, and I have a coupon code for you. That's who I recommend. They have a ton of appointment times, so it doesn't matter if you work during the day or at night, they've got you covered. Their doctors are trained in GLP-1s, so I don't have any experience with orderly meds. I think that, you just, like I said earlier, check out glpwinner.com. That is the site that lets you compare, right? Different companies and their pricing and their reviews. Always check reviews, right? It's really important. I mean, you're going to see some people that complain, but for the most part, the reviews should be good. So yeah, but I don't have any experience with orderly meds, so I can't speak to them and how they run their ship either way. But Trished, they're awesome. That's who I use for my Tirzepatide. Okay. It's so funny how your doggies know when the 2-hour mark is up. Yeah, because they always looking for you. Listen, they are so on a schedule. On the weekends when we stay up late, I try to be a good dog mom and let them stay up late. No. They will be right here beside me when I'm working on stuff in my desk. They're right here, like looking at me like, it's time for bed. It's time to go. Right? They do not play any games. They are on a schedule. When it's equally as bad in the morning, there's no sleeping in. You got to get up at 6 because that's when they're used to getting up. Too funny. Hey, here we go. Camaro Midnight Blue. Nice. I love it. Okay. I feel like I need to start ASAP on GLP-1. Yeah. The key is going to be talking to a doctor, right? You want to make sure that you're getting the right fit for you. So, if I was going to make a recommendation, it would be tirzepatide, especially if you've never been on a GLP before. Less side effects than semaglutide, but really it just depends on what works best for you. But there are a lot of people that make decisions about which one to get based off of price, and I discourage that. Take a look at tirzepatide and talk to a doctor and see if it's a good fit for you. Okay, is going off the medication doable after like a year or so? This is going to really depend on the person. Okay, and I'm going to shoot straight with you. If you have the disease of obesity, probably not going to be able to come off of it, not without gaining weight, right? It's like blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication. If you come off, blood pressure goes up, cholesterol goes up, right? If you have the disease of obesity, your body is working against you both genetically and you are predisposed, right, to putting on weight. So it depends on the person. There are some people who are able to take a GLP-1 for whatever amount of time and they're able to come off and maintain the weight loss. It really just depends. And unfortunately, we don't have like a definitive blood test or something that says you have the disease of obesity, right? They're just starting to really hone in on the genetic components, if I could talk, and identifying those, right? So it's really hard to say. But I always tell people, go into it with your eyes open, right? If it needs to be a lifelong medication, then you need to go into it aware that is something that can happen. Honestly, I feel so fantastic on tirzepatide. I don't want to do something else. I don't want to come off of it, right? It does wonders for my inflammation. Food noise, gone. My hunger cues, normal for the first time in my entire life. So there are other factors that you kind of got to keep in mind. And just remember that if you're just starting out now, then as time goes on, these medications will be more readily available, more covered by insurance. So, yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta go and see, make sure I don't miss any questions. Barbara says, you sound like my Connecticut relatives when you said my name. They're calling you, Barbara. I love it. Pumpkin time? Yes, I am about to turn into a pumpkin. I technically turned into a pumpkin 19 minutes ago, but I love you guys and I don't want to miss any of your questions. Yeah, Allie, Kevin wants to go to bed. Mine are asleep in bed with me. Yeah, it's definitely that time. It is that time. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Okay. Which compound telehealth do you recommend? Refills. I'm not sure how long they've been in the game. I am not comfortable with these telehealth companies that are just popping up out of nowhere. Um, a lot of them have some really not so good practices, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't have anything negative to say about Orderly Meds. Again, I'm not familiar with them. I've never used them. So um, definitely go to glpwinner.com and look at the comparisons, right? And look at the reviews from people who have used them, so that you can check it out. Any good telehealth out there? Yeah. Try Shed. Tryshed.com. Use my coupon code. Give it a try. Talk to a doctor. Okay. Mary says, I think Chris and Lorraine use Mochi. Yes, they do. No shade. No shade. I personally, right, just my personal experience, did not have a good experience, but that is not everyone's experience. So while I don't recommend them to people, and I will absolutely steer you the other way if you are open to it, right? I don't dog anybody for using them. I don't recommend it. Please just trust me on that. But yeah. Okay. Nancy says, what about Vineyard? Yeah, the Vineyard, that's where all the wines come from, right? Wine from the Nancy, I have no idea who that is. Wine? Vineyard? If I've never heard of it, I wouldn't do it. Everybody's asking me about all these telehealth companies. Guys, glpwinner.com. Look at reviews from people who have used those companies, right? That is going to be kind of your measuring stick for seeing if it's a good fit for you. Then you can compare the prices, then you can compare all the things, right? So while I certainly don't mind helping everybody, I also, I don't want to offend anybody either. Okay. The weight of me. I have a member of my healthcare team that told me if a company to use to get peptides, he is a doctor and had a colleague test the peptides. He said Retta is what he's going to try. Is it? Uh-oh, did it cut you off? It did. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think the rest of their question is right here. Is Retta safe to take this advice or just too risky? So I've lost 160 pounds so far. That's fantastic. With 100 pounds left to lose. You're more than halfway there. You're doing great. I need help. Been on 15 almost a year now. Okay. So is taking Retta, regardless of who recommends it to you, risky? Yes. The only Retta that is available on the market is going to be either gray market or research grade, right? And if you want to know more about those, I have a video where I talk about all the different access points and I kind of go over the risks. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a doctor who's recommending it or, somebody in the comments section who's on Retta right now. You need to weigh the risks for yourself, right? That's the most important thing. And one thing that I want to make perfectly clear, because many, many people have this thought in their mind, like, oh, I've been on 15 tirzepatide for a while now. I've been on the highest dose of semaglutide for a while now. I'm going to switch to Retta and then magically start losing weight. Guys, I want everyone to hear me. It's not magic. You know how we're always telling people that GLP-1s are not magic? Like, you got to do the work, you got to put the, right? Retta is not magic. Now, could it be helpful? Potentially, but you have to weigh the risk, right? So, but I also don't want people to have this skewed idea that Retta is the end all be all, right? Because once you've been on a GLP-1, just like if you go from semaglutide to tirzepatide, there are people that go from the highest dose of semaglutide over to tirzepatide and they have zero weight loss. The exact same thing can happen if you go from tirzepatide, any dose, to retatrutide, right? Do we think it's going to be better? Yes. It does it look like a hopeful option? Also yes, but we don't have quite enough data. So this is, this is something that you're going to have to weigh for yourself. But I am out here on these GLP-1 streets telling people, do not think that you are going to go to Retta and lose a bunch of weight. Right? It could work, or you could just be in maintenance, right? Like you're saying, you've been on 15 for, almost a year now. Just like when I went up from 12.5 to 15 on tirzepatide, didn't lose weight. So I'm not saying that tirzepatide and Retta are the same thing. But what I'm saying is people have it in their mind that it's like this magical thing. And I need everybody to kind of come back down, right, to earth. So the weight of me, I would say before you even cross that bridge or make that decision, look at everything that you're doing. Have you recalculated your calorie deficit? Are you getting in exercise? Have you been doing the same exercise for a long time now? Is it time to switch it up? Are you weightlifting? Are you eating too low of calories and maybe you need to do a calorie cycle where you're eating at higher calories and then come back down, right? Have you tried that? You've got to try all the things first. And only you know, right, if you've done all the things. I may be telling you something you already know. But make sure that before you go down that road, that you've done all the things. Once you've done that, then if you want to weigh the pros and cons, right, you can go about it. And if you feel like you need help, right, definitely feel free to email me. My email is in the description of the of my channel. Shoot me an email. I'm always happy to help people. I'm not a doctor. Don't play one on TV. But I will run through options with you and say, hey, have you tried this? Hey, have you tried this? Right? Like I'm happy to help people. So obviously I'm here for 2 hours and 30 minutes because I'm crazy. Anyway, I hope that helps. I'm sure that's not what you wanted to hear. And for that, I send you a very big hug. But you guys know I'm always a straight shooter. Thank you for your answers. Definitely more informed. Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay. Mr. Ribby, did anyone have luck controlling diarrhea using psyllium husks? You can. You can. Fiber from food is probably going to be more effective depending on what's causing the diarrhea. But yeah, absolutely. I am a huge fan of the extra strength new Razzle Dazzle Imodium that's available. It's a multi-symptom type of thing that helps with diarrhea. Just throwing that out there in case anybody needs it. Okay, advice from my doc. He says it works and his colleague had it tested. Yes, so you can get it tested. There are quite a few places where you can send off for testing. So, yeah. Vineyard is from Dr. I Hate Compound. Well, in that case, since this name is attached to it, I'm going to say no. I don't recommend it. He has said some pretty gnarly stuff about Compound that I I do not agree with, and I think is not helpful to the GLP-1 community, to put it nicely. So, no, I don't recommend anything by that guy. Gotcha. Everybody was trying to tell me what vineyard was. Listen, all the good vineyards is where the wine comes from, okay? Not the GLP-1s. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad. Midgie, Retatrutide is not a magic wand. Awesome. Not magic. Yes. Yeah. But I mean, it's getting a lot of hype right now. So it's just one of those things, and I totally get it. Gwen says, enjoy your trip. See you in 2 weeks. Yes. So no live next week. I will have videos that will be coming out. So you guys will have something to keep you entertained. Are you entertained? Tell me what movie that's from. Are you not entertained? So yeah, so I'll still have my videos coming out. And so you'll have something to keep you going, and then I'll have a whole bunch of Disney content for you when I come back. So if you're thinking about going to Disney and you're on GLP-1, then you can, find some helpful options. I am on a quest to do all the Disney things, and I'm excited. Yeah, Rhonda. Is that Rhonda? Hold on. Rhonda. Gladiator. Rhonda, you win. Ooh, Taryn got it too. Are you not entertained? Listen, I live my life in musically questionable things that I turn into songs, and also movie quotes. And hopefully you do the same. Thank you. Everybody's being so sweet. Yay! Okay. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Remember, tomorrow is Friday. Friday. If you are watching the replay, make sure you put replay in the comments. I'm sorry that you missed the live, but we had so much fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all of your awesome questions. Everybody who had Retatrutide questions, love you. Thank you for those. That was a lot of fun. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are the best. Simply the best. Yeah, simply the best. Okay. Be good. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Oh, by the way, my last favorite of the week, I forgot to tell you guys about this one. This is Armra. This is the colostrum that I've been testing out. These flavors are fantastic. Fantastic. I've got it linked for you if you're looking for a colostrum. Everybody's like doing colostrum now. Like, that's the popular thing. But these flavors are really good. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. This one, this straight into the garbage can. I could not pour it out fast enough. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay? We'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. And be kind. Rewind. Do a little dance. Don't forget to hit that like button.